Why, hello there! Welcome back to another video. So, today I'm going to be talking about the famous game Happy Wheels. Now, this game has been around for a long time. I think almost 9 years, I believe. And this game, actually, has had a recent change to Java. It used to be a Flash game, now it's in Java, and it's also, I'm not sure if it used to be or not, but it's also in HTML5. So, let's look at all the new changes, or at least all the ones I know of, that happened in the new update to Java. Let's get started. Okay, enough of that. So, that's going to bring me to my first change. Number one, that music, which I'm not sure if you noticed, but I think that it's actually slightly louder from before. Now, it could just be me, but it could actually be louder. But anyway, that's the first change. The music is a lot louder. Heading on to the second one, if you notice right here, it says Happy Wheels, but then it says down here, Flashless version. Now, on computer, when you normally used the Flash version, it would show, it wouldn't have anything here. And so in the new update, they added this thing right here that says Flashless version. Now, this thing changes every time you reload the page. So if I reload the page right now, and play, now it's going to say something different. So now it says JS Edition, and it says something different every time. And most of it just lets you know that you're playing JS or HTML5. But there is one that says, does Jim know that I put this here? And I'm sure there's more, but basically there's a new splash text right there, and it changes every time you reload Happy Wheels, so check that out next time you play. Continuing on, we're going to be looking at the levels and what's changed. So if we go into the level editor, you can clearly see that there's a lot of levels here. It's the normal amount of levels. There's not much different about it. Nothing's changed about really this screen. The search is the same, the list favorites the same, it's all the same. So you don't have to worry about that, but the one thing is, and let me just choose a random level. So when you join a level, one thing you have to notice is that when you restart the level, now it has a little thing here that's blue, and it says restarting level, or whatever it says. And every time you do it, it says changing. So it says reinitializing, restarting, it's too fast to read, but I'll put it up on the screen for you and show them all to you. But there's a bunch of splash text that it shows every time you reload the level. And it changes every single time, although there's only like 4. And so that's just one cool thing I've noticed. Besides that, not much has changed. I think actually if you go into full screen, it's slightly lower resolution, but I think that's all. So that's really all that there's changed in playing levels, but there are a few things that have changed in editing levels. So let's go look at that. Oh, and by the way, before we do this, make sure to go to search by name, search by author name, and search Nomadical with the lowercase n. And you'll find all my levels, which I think you can play. So, go play them. Now, to the level editor. So the next thing, if you look in this level editor, this is one of the levels I was working on. So, if you look in this level editor, it looks like normal. I mean, it really is the normal level editor. You've got everything here. But the one changes, or there's 2 changes. They're not really changes, but they're more glitches. Number 1 is you can't scroll, which it's not because I'm not in full screen. If I were to go in full screen, it would also not scroll. But you're not able to scroll to zoom in anymore. One solution I found that works some of the time is to hold down Shift and do it. But that doesn't usually work. So the main solution I found is by pressing plus and minus keys on your keyboard, and that'll let you zoom in. But that's a glitch that's happening, and it just basically means you can't scroll in-game. The next glitch I'm going to be looking at is one with grouping. So if you notice on this level, I have 3 groups right here, and that's the stage. So if I choose this group right here, maybe, and double-click it, you know how you can go into the group editor. So the one thing that's changed is if you, in the group editor, if you try to use the selection tool to select multiple things at once, and then you let go, it doesn't let you let go, and then it stays on your cursor forever. And then whatever you do, it just continues on glitching like this. So let me undo that. And then the problem is, if you try to select something, No, you can't. You can't undo either. So that's a slight problem. But now let me go back into it, and the problem is also, if you try to select something and then you don't, then you go over here and you click this button, and then you go back to the selection tool and double click again, you can't go out. And now there's a second box over here. So the selection tool for groupings is a little bit glitched. And what I found out doing is you can't really do much about it, besides just keep on trying to click. But now, as you notice, there's a little gray line right here where my selection used to be. So yeah, just look out for group selections. It's kind of annoying, but that's all I have for you on that. Back to the main part. One main thing you'll notice is that whenever you go into full screen on this, if I were to go into full screen, now, if you notice, at the top, it never said, click to give keyboard controls. That's because now in this version, you don't need to have click to give keyboard controls. So now, it just says full screen, which for me personally is something that I find that I like, because that button was just kind of annoying to click. But, it's kind of nice. And then, the final thing I'm going to be telling you about is something that was made, it's only in some levels, not in all of them. But if I go to this level, sometimes, when you're playing the level, and you're trying to play it, you can move around, you know? But then if I were to go to the menu and restart it, without clicking the screen, I can move around. But then if I were to try again, but instead of clicking the menu button, using Tab and R, you can move now. So that used to be a glitch. If you were using Tab R and then you reset it, you wouldn't be able to move afterwards, and you have to click the screen. In this one, it's been fixed. So I think that's a great thing, and I think that that's definitely a fix that I personally like. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked this video on Happy Wheels, which is, in my opinion, a great game. If you haven't played it, go play it now. But thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.